God said to me, this is what happened last Sunday. He said, it's already done. Coming from 1 Corinthians 2:9, about your eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard. The Sunday before that, God says what? He said this here. He said, wait a minute. The Sunday before that, he says, I'm going to make sure that your cup, that you're running over. This is the year of overflowing blessing of increase. Your cup is going to run over. And then God said to me, won't I do it? Look at someone and say, won't God do it? Say, won't God do it? God keep his promise. I said, God keeps his promise. Look at your neighbor and say, God did it again. You know, God loves you so much to bless you, and he wants you blessed so your enemies can see what the Lord is doing. See, when God do something, come on now, it's a reason. He wants somebody that don't think you're going to make it. Somebody don't think you're going to make it. But God going to keep his promise just to show your enemy. Y'all ain't saying it now. To show your enemy what he going to do. What he going to do for you. I was so happy. I got up and God said, my words, and let me read this here, and you just listen to me. Y'all don't have to turn it. It's 1 Kings 8, chapter 8. And I'm going to read it. Y'all help me, because I'm excited. I was up 5 o'clock this morning. I was up 5. And God was speaking to my heart. And he says, I'm not going to speak something out your mouth. I don't bring it to pass. Listen what he says here. And it started at verse 54. And it was so in 1 Kings 8. And it was so that when Solomon had made an end of praying all this prayer and supplicating to the Lord, he arose from before the altar of the Lord, from kneeling on his knees with his hands spread up to heaven. And he stood and blessed all the congregation of Israel with a loud voice, saying, Blessed be the Lord that has given rest unto his people. God bringing us to a resting place in him. Because he's going to start manifesting some things that your eyes haven't seen. He done told us that. Israel, according to all that he promised, there has not failed one word of all his good promise, which he promised by the hand of Moses' servant. There's not one word going to fail by the hand of Barbara Glanton. Anytime God give me something, you can take it. I'm a praying woman. I'll yield every member of my body to him. I'm not coming up here because I'm afraid of him to say something what say God said and he didn't say it. So when he speak, it's happening. And he will manifest and show you. The Lord our God be with us as he was with our Father. Let him not leave us nor forsake us. Say, look at somebody and say, he will never leave me or never forsake me. Amen? Okay, I'm going to move on because I'm moving fast. Genesis 17. Now, this is something that I really, in Genesis Abraham, okay? Y'all can write down the notes. I'm going fast here with it. Amen? Verse 5. Thank you. It's too loud. Hallelujah. Glory to God. Turn it down, baby. Verse 5 says, 17th chapter of Genesis. Neither shall my name anymore be called Abram, but thy name shall be Abraham, for a father of many nations have I made thee. And I will make thee exceedingly fruitful, and I will make nations of thee, and kings shall come out of thee. And I will establish my covenant between me and thee and my seed after thee in their generation, for an everlasting covenant to be a God unto thee, and to the seeds after thee. Listen, God just ain't gonna bless you; He blessing your seeds. Come on now, come on! I say He ain't gonna just bless you. And God said, "If thou shalt keep my covenant, therefore thou and thy seeds after thee in their generation, and this is my covenant which I shall keep between me and you, thy seeds after thee, every male child among you shall be circumcised. You shall circumcise the flesh of your foreskin." And I'm going to read up here. I'm trying to go with it now. Okay, I'm going to go up. Oh, my God. I'm so excited. And God, 15, God said to Abraham, "As for Sarah thy wife, thou shalt not call her name Sarah, but Sarah shall her name be. And I will bless her and give thee a son also of her. Yea, I will bless her, and she shall be a mother of nations. Kings of people shall be of her." And we'll go ahead. Then Abraham fell on his face and laughed, and said in his heart, "Shall a child be born unto him that is 100 years old, and shall Sarah that is 90 years old bear?" And Abraham said unto God, "O that Ishmael might live before thee." And God said, "Sarah thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac, and I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant, and with his seeds after him. And as for Ishmael, I have heard thee. Behold, I have blessed him. I will make him fruitful and will multiply him exceedingly. 12 princes shall be he begotten, and I will make him a great nation. But my covenant will I establish with Isaac, which Sarah shall bear unto thee at this set time in the next year. When God says something, he got a plan. He got a time. That's why I said to you today, God got a time for this. Okay, listen here. Go to Genesis 18, and I'm going to go here. I'm going to start reading here. This is where the promised son come in verse 10. And he said, I will certainly turn unto you according to the time of life, and to Sarah thy wife shall have a son. And Sarah heard it in the tent door, which was behind him. Now Abraham and Sarah was old and well stricken in age, and it ceased to be with Sarah after the manner of woman. Therefore Sarah, here she goes, Sarah loved within herself, saying, after I'm waxed old, should I have pleasure, my Lord, being old also? And the Lord said to Abraham, therefore did Sarah love, saying, shall I certainly bear a child which I'm old? Is anything too hard for the Lord? At his appointed time. God getting ready to bless somebody. God getting ready to do something in him. I'll return him to according to the time of life, and Sarah shall have a son. Then Sarah denied, saying, I laughed not, for she was afraid. And he said, nay, but thou did laugh. See, God know everything. Come on here, say amen. Okay, go to Genesis 21. I just got a whole lot of here. I just want to bring you in. Genesis, starting at verse 1. And the Lord visited Sarah, and he said, and he had said, and the Lord did unto Sarah as he had spoken. Somebody in here getting ready to be broke. Somebody getting ready to burst some big blessings coming in here. And Sarah conceived, and anything too hard for the Lord? And Sarah conceived and bare Abraham a son in his old age at the set time of which God had spoken to him. And Abraham called the name of his son that was born unto him, whom Sarah bare to him, Isaac. And Abraham circumcised his son Isaac, being 8 days old, as God had commanded him. Abraham was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born unto him. No, tone here. Yeah. And Sarah said, God has made me to lie, so that all that hear will laugh with me. Somebody going to laugh along with you. Because God getting ready to bring something true. Something getting ready to happen, and you're going to be happy, and everybody going to start laughing along with you, because they're going to see how good God been to you, and they're going to start believing that God can do it for you. He going to do it for them. Is anything too hard for the Lord? Won't God do it? Look at somebody say, he getting ready to do it again. No, y'all ain't seen nothing to what he getting ready to do. You hollering about a little blessing you getting that, but watch and see what God getting ready to do. Somebody better say, God getting ready to open up some more doors for me. Doors that I've never seen, doors that I never dreamed he would do. God getting ready to do something big in my life. You got to believe it. Listen, Deaconess Indian girl stood up here and said, you got to believe. Oh, y'all ain't hearing him. Somebody getting ready. You think what you got now ain't nothing compared to what God getting ready to do. They both laughed because they're old. And they couldn't understand how this can happen. I'm old. I'm 100 and she's 90. How can I have children? See, God will take what's impossible to make it be possible. God ain't finished with you. You're still alive, right? Look at somebody and say, God ain't finished with me. God still got a plan. He got a set time for me. Come on, look at somebody and say, God's set time is now. Look at somebody and say, it's my set time. In Romans 4, turn to Romans 4. I'm going to let you out. Give me 5 minutes. We out of here. I'm rushing, but I'm getting you out there, right? I'm bringing you in home with something. Listen, I'm bringing you home with something. Starting at verse 13. For the promise that he should be the heirs of the world was not to Abraham or to his seed through the law, but through the righteousness of faith. See, it's faith. If they which are of the Lord be heirs, faith is made void, and the promise made of none effect. Because of the Lord worketh wrath. For there is no law. Where there is no law there is no transgression. Therefore it is of faith, that it might be by the grace to the end, the promise might be sure to all the seeds, not to that only which is of the law, but to that also which is the faith of Abraham. Abraham blessings ours too, who is the father of us all. As it is written, I made thee a father of many nations before him whom he believed, even God who quickened the dead and called those things which be not as though they were. Who against hope believed in hope. Listen, 18. That he might become the father of many nations according to that which was spoken. See, he told him back here in Genesis, he was going to make his seeds be blessed and everything. He's going to make him the father of many nations. He said it. Now, listen, he had a set time. It don't happen when you want him to happen, but he's still coming. Come on now. He may not come when you want him, but he's going to be on time. And when he comes, I don't care if it took a year, 10 years, you're still going to be happy when he comes. Come on, say, God's going to do it for me. God got a plan. And he got a set time to bring it to pass. My God. And being not weak in faith, he considered not his own body now dead. You ain't dead. When he was about 100, I say that's right again. He was 100 years old, neither yet the deadness of serving. He listened to this verse. He staggered not at the promise of God through unbelief, but was strong in faith, giving glory to God, and being fully persuaded that what he had promised, he was able to perform it. Can't nobody do you like Jesus. If you had an idea what he getting ready to do, you get to running around here, you probably run home in the cold right now. You wouldn't even think about it being cold. You'll get out and start running, and if people say it's cold, you say, no, I'm hot, baby, because I know I'm pursuing something God getting ready to do for me. Somebody getting ready this week getting another breakthrough. Somebody this week, God have promised you something. It's a set time that God going to manifest. Somebody, a door going to open, a building going to bust. I believe in God. He said it. It's getting ready to happen. He promised you some things. He's going to bring it to pass. And who knows when his set time is for you. But God told me to tell you, some of you getting ready to be blessed. This is your set time now. You can start giving God some glory. You don't have to wait till you see it. God said you can call those things that be not as though they were. He didn't only put it on Abraham, he's giving it to you too. Come on, give God another praise here. Hebrews 10 says this here. Let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering. You can't wave with this here. You can't wave. You're going to have to stand on it. And when it don't seem like it's working, just I know it's still working because God gave me a promise. Come on here. You got to stay with what you believe God for. How many of you believe in God for something to happen? You can't waver. You got to stand on his word and believe him. You know it's going to happen. Your faith, God going to test your faith to see is you going to do it. It's your faith. Oh, my God. I love this verse here. Let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering, for he is faithful that promised. Remember one thing, God didn't bring you this far to leave you. I say God didn't bring you this far to leave you. That little blessing you got don't mean nothing compared to what God getting ready to do. Some of you going to be on nationwide TV. People going to see what the Lord doing. Your enemy going to see what the Lord doing because he's going to do a performance on you. He's going to pull those curtains. There's a performance getting ready to happen. Yeah, because he's going to show your enemy how you being blessed by him. And your enemies, like that little 11-year-old girl say, they're going to want what you got. Hold fast to profession your faith without waiting, for he is faithful that promise. Remember one thing, God didn't bring you this far to leave you. There are things that God has prepared. Listen to me, and I'm going to close. There have things that God prepared that have been on hold. There are some things been on hold because it's time and getting ready to come. And I do believe it's being released now. I believe it's being released now. God loves you and I so much. So great he loves you. He has chosen you before the foundation of the world. Predestined you to adoption to his family through his son. Unconditionally accepted you as his beloved child. Redeem you. Forgive all your sin. God, he don't hold sin on you. He look at your heart. David was a man killed. Adultery, he did it all. But his heart was right. And who are you to say what God ain't getting ready to do for somebody? Don't look at nobody and say God ain't going to do it because they did this or they did that. God will take nobody and make them be somebody just because you putting your mouth on them. Keep your mouth off of people. I want to leave this. Now is the time to press forward. It's the time to press. Don't stop where you're at. Start pressing into your inheritance. It's time. If you are in the same place this time next year, you haven't pressed forward. By this time, Valentine next year, and you ain't did no move, no nothing, you're not pressing into your inheritance. what God has prepared for you. Let go hate love. Let go forgiveness and forgive. And let's walk in love of God. Keep your heart right and receive your blessing. Forget about how people treat you, how people talk about you. Just know God getting ready to do something for you. And every devil in hell going to see God blessing you. Give God a praise here. Put your hands up and give God a praise. Love is the key to everything. I don't have to read that chapter about love. You know love suffer long. You know all that. But I want to give you what God told me to tell you. He's not only blessing Abraham, he's blessing you too. I don't care how rough the road you've been down. You ain't got to keep going down that road. You put in reverse and go down another road. And that road that God bring you down now, somebody can't believe you're going to get what God got. Somebody talking, you know everybody grinning your face and that ain't for you. But God said, you know what God said? This is what he told me to tell you. God wants to do it. And God said to tell him, won't I do it? Won't I do it? I didn't do just something. I got other plans. See, when he started unfolding, he getting ready to unfold. Look at somebody and say, he's unfolding right now. Gwen, throw your hands up. God told me to tell you, Gwen, that something getting ready to happen for you. You done been through so much these past couple of years. And God said, all this suffering will not compare to the glory that he getting ready to reveal in you. God getting ready to do it. Come on, give God another praise. This time next year, look at somebody and say, this time next year, I won't be where I am. Because I'm going to start going forward. I'm going to start pressing into something. I'm going to push my way through. Tell somebody to move out my way because you can't hold me back. I got to go. Look at somebody and say, I got to go. Move out my way. I got to go. Because this time next year, I won't be where I am. Stand to your feet. Y'all rush me through that. Y'all rush me through. This time, 2017, the blessing, y'all gonna write it down. Some doors are opening, but they ain't the biggest doors he getting ready to open. Anybody that's hooked up in this house, as this head being blessed, you being blessed. I ain't confessing to be Moses or Abraham, but God ain't gonna do for them what he won't do for me. And all those that follow behind them, they got blessed. And all y'all that follow behind, as I follow Christ, you follow Christ. I never seen the righteous forsaken or his seeds begging for bread. The things that God getting ready to do, you don't have to be sad. You don't have to think it's not for you. It's for you. All you have to just simply believe. I come around and talk to the doggone wall that they almost had a curse word, but I need somebody to know if God's telling you something, you better receive it from God today. It's yours. All you got to do is grab hold of it. Won't he do it? Won't God do it? Look at somebody and say, he's going to do it again for me. And each time he bless me, it's going to get bigger and bigger and better and better. It's going to get bigger. He's doing it right now. When I said to Kiana last Sunday, I said, this week God going to give you a building. The door open. I said so many things. So many people catch it. It's what you catch. You got to catch it. I said you got to catch it. Somebody need to just show God you believe him. You need to run around here and just do one great run and say, God, I believe that something great getting ready to happen for me. I don't know who you is, but you need to run. And you better believe God. I don't care what it takes. You better believe God. You better run and go, because somebody's going to get houses that you didn't build. You're going to have land. Come on now. Come on, come on, come on. God ain't going to just do it for Abraham. He ain't going to do it for Kiana. He ain't going to do it for Leah. He going to do it for everybody that believe. You got to believe. I guarantee you next week when you come, you're going to have a blessing. You're going to have a testimony. Somebody going to get it today. Somebody going to get it today. You're going to come with a testimony saying, God just supernatural open doors for me. Today, I declare and I decree what has been spoken out of my mouth is going to come to pass. Not one of his words that spoke going to fall to the ground. Not one word that he spoke going to fall to the ground. And I'm not being all super this and that, but I walk close to God. Me and him got a close walk. And when he speaks to me, I was up to 12, 1 o'clock last night. And I'm going to tell y'all something. You know what he did? He changed my whole subject. You know what he did? And I can tell you. I had chapter, here it is, 2 pages. All about 1 Corinthians love chapter. I'm going to give them wisdom. Everything that he gave me ain't over here. 5 o'clock I prayed. He changed everything. He said, you tell them I'm going to do what I said. I'm going to keep my promises. Look at somebody and say, he changed it for me. See what it is? See, God gave me the word. I thought this was going to be it last night. I looked up love scriptures. I went through all that, and you can read it for yourself. God says here. He say, don't get it all twisted. You need to love one another. God say, you can preach that love chapter until they can get it and believe what I'm speaking today. It won't mean nothing. God gave you what he wanted you to have today. And I gave you what he gave me. He can change anything. Because he knows some people have doubt. And they're going and struggling so long. And you're like, when it's going to be me? God told me to tell you, he got appointed time. And I believe some of your appointed time is right now. Look at somebody and say, my time is right now. My timing is right now. Say, if you don't believe it, move out my way. Come on, you don't need nobody around you doubting. So just move out the way if you don't believe it, because I'm going to get what God got for me.